Hello, darlings. It's Raymond with House of Darling Perfumier. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back if you were here yesterday. If not, this is going to be part 2 of Define Me Butterfly Series. So Kim and I have been discovering this house together. Define Me. This is the Butterfly Series. Yesterday we smelled La La Woo, Peyton, Sophia Isabel, and Delphine. And we just couldn't end it there. So we had to continue on with the discovery set today. And we're going to be getting into Kahana, Audrey, and Clara. There's Kim. Both. Please let me know what your scent of the day is. Carolyn, what are you wearing? Jake, I already know you're not wearing anything scent wise. Hello, Kim.
Oh, I can see you. You're not in my ears though, so give me a sec.
Okay, you're in my ears though. Oh, Jake is wearing Cloud Cardamom by Scent Trunk. Interesting about that, Jake. I just wrote the perfumer the other day and let him know about that perfume. And so interesting that you're talking about that connection now because I just wrote the perfumer of that.
So Ray, I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you right now.
What's up?
I could still smell Peyton on my arm.
Can you?
Yeah, like right here, because I'll be real honest, I didn't wash it off.
Uh-huh.
Not because not like I wasn't like trying anything. I've just been wearing a sweater and I didn't go to sleep till 3 in the morning because I'm gonna be extra honest with you, like a fucking grandma. I was talking to my friend Ashley who lives in California,
Hmm.
messaging about crocheting. I was showing her how to do a granny square. And then I realized it was 3 in the morning. Um, so my day was all whack. But yeah, I haven't washed off. I can't smell Lalaloon. I can't smell Sophia Isabella, which is not a surprise whatsoever. I can still smell Peyton, and that's wild. Like it's real faint. It's there. It is there enough that I can tell that it's there. So the
Yeah.
longevity on Peyton is bananas.
Outstanding.
Yeah, that's
Outstanding.
crazy. Like
Yeah,
crazy in the best way.
I was just
And you froze. Bye, Ray.
okay. Interesting. Now I'm back.
There we
Um,
go.
I was gonna say maybe you should connect with my partner because he's talking about granny squares in here as well.
Yeah, so she sent me a picture of a double color granny square, so on the diagonal. She just was looking up granny squares and then for whatever reason looked up like two color or whatever. And then she asked how I started and I was like a magic circle, but I'll be real honest. I have to look up how to do a magic circle every single time. But a granny square is just mindless and super easy and you almost never have to really pay attention. But it's like she like me, she'll make baby blankets for people. And I was like, my favorite thing to do is to do a granny square because it's mindless and you can keep going. And a square, like receiving blankets are square blankets. They're
Yeah.
mainly square blankets. So you just keep going until it's baby blanket size.
Ooh,
Um,
Carolyn's wearing Marshmallow Yum. That's by K. Ali, right? I'm supposed to
but I'd,
smell that soon, actually.
girl message me and I'll send you pictures of my blankets because again, like an 85-year-old person, I have pictures of all of them. I don't own any of them. I have not kept one blanket that I have made myself. They've all been gifts for other people.
But you've
But I do keep
taken
pictures of
photos
them
of them all.
because I'm quite proud of the work that I've done.
Well, like I was talking about, we are here smelling Define Me. And like Kim was saying, we experienced Peyton, La La Wu, Sophia Isabel, and Delphine yesterday. Out of those, I did wear Delphine. I ended up wearing Delphine for the rest of the
Mhm.
day. I did a full body spray. Really loved Delphine. Jamie, welcome in, darling. I like the white solar florals with that one, the coconut, the rosewood. It was very enjoyable for me. But Peyton was a performer. That one did last a really long time.
Which I mean, so it was the second fragrance that we put on. We started at this time yesterday, but we're talking like almost 20, like literally just shy of 24 hours, and I can
Yeah.
still smell this perfume on myself. And that's on the skin, which means on clothing, it will last significantly longer.
Jason, Alicia, welcome in. Jamie, Jason, Alicia, what is your scent of the day? Please let me know. Oh, just smelling the scent strips here from yesterday, though. Lala Wu turns into the pistachio develops in the dry down.
So you
Very,
keep
very
the strips
surprising with
because
that one.
you have an area. Mine are in the recycle bin. They probably do not smell great anymore.
Oh, Peyton. That spiciness from the clove.
Yeah, it definitely ends up like now that it's been so long, it's definitely more spice forward than it was before, in a good way.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's not bad,
But
but
that
where it had like that major orange blossom that was toned down by the clove
major orange
earlier,
blossom.
now it's very clove heavy, but without being overbearing and overwhelming. And again, that's because it's been on so long, so the fragrance is very light. But I don't get much orange blossom anymore, but it's still very lovely, and it's been like 24 hours, and that's wild to me. The
Yeah.
only thing that I've had that lasted that long is I wore Michael Malal Electric Heart and on my shirt, and so that's why I have to specify. On my clothing, it lasted 26, 28 hours.
So Sophia Isabel over here is reminding me so much of that sparkling sugar. There is still a texture that's on here for me. I know you said it went really quickly on your skin, but on the scent strip, I can still smell a little bit of that like tangerine sugar. It smells like sugar that you put orange peels in, and now the
Mm-hmm.
sugar has been flavored with the orange essence, kind of like that. Very light, but like that. And then
Yeah,
Delphine.
that one didn't last 2 hours on my skin.
Hello, Aunt
Lala Wu
Brenda.
Lala Wu lasted probably, I don't know, until about midnight, so probably lasted like 10 hours.
And Delphine for me was just that solar, creamy, white, floral, kind of a tropical vibe. So those are really fantastic. If you missed the live yesterday, it's on my YouTube. So go find me, House of Darling Perfumier, subscribe, comment, share it with other people who like fragrances as well. And we are going to finish up the Butterfly series today with these three. We've got Kahana, Audrey, and Clara.
So you want to go from left to right, or do you want to go alphabetical? Or
You know,
that's such
I,
a beautiful
I
color scheme, those three
Oh, I was
colors
gonna say I
together.
have them set up in this palette anyway, so let's just start it with that. Let's
Okay.
dive into Kahana. Elixir Parfums, welcome in. How are you doing? What is your scent of the day? We are here in Scented Pages smelling a brand new perfume house to us, and that is Define Me, and we are going to be
Okay.
smelling Kahana.
Kahana is a serene escape in a bottle, an enchanting elixir that whispers relaxation and transports you to the shores of tranquility.
Swords of Tranquility. So blue, I'm guessing, getting a blue vibe from that, maybe.
Tranquil waters.
Yeah, Calgon, take me
Oh,
away.
and you've aged yourself.
All right, so this is Kahana from Define Me. Thank, thank you, Alicia. Finally, scent of the day is Clinique Aromatics Elixir. Jason, please let us know what you're wearing. Also, you, Jamie.
This is nice. It's a
Oh,
little woody. It's also a little waxy.
yeah.
So I don't know what's doing that. It's
I
definitely
smell.
floral, but it's not overwhelming floral. Like if you don't like florals, this would be a gray area. If you don't like florals, I'm not going to say you'll still like this. I don't think this is a floral for someone who doesn't like florals, but it is light enough that you should probably at least give it a try.
Lynn
There is
would
something
say, go ahead.
waxy about it. A little woody and a little waxy.
Woody, definitely. I'm getting some woods there. Maybe some sandalwood, maybe some driftwood or cedar wood. I feel like there's
Alicia,
a
don't be texting and driving. Good Lord.
I feel like this is a coconutty, creamy scent as well. Thomas, welcome in. I also feel like this has the creamy, kind of watery tones of like lotus or peony or orchid, like that type of floral.
It's got an underlying suntan oil smell. Not
Yeah, exactly.
sunscreen, but tanning oil.
Even better, yeah, tanning oil.
Yeah.
I
Like,
I
because
feel like this would
tanning
be
oil has that
a
very distinct scent that you can pick up anywhere, no matter who makes it. There's just that scent to tanning oil, whether it's Hawaiian Tropics or, Walmart's Equate brand or whatever Target's name brand is. I don't know. I don't shop at Target anymore because they're dicks. But there is that very specific scent that you can attribute to tanning oil, and this has an
yeah.
underlying scent of that.
I would say that it also kind of matches that like waxiness or that you're kind of
Hmm.
feeling from there as well. Thomas, please let us know what your scent of the day is. We are smelling Kahana from Define Me, and I'm getting kind of like a uh daughter vibe to Delphine. Delphine kind of had this
Oh
same
yeah,
solar
maybe a
tropical
little.
feel, but this smells watery, less serious. World, welcome in.
Yes, Jason, put the quote of the week on a t-shirt, please.
Yes,
Send it to
and
me.
sell it at Fragrance Fest. World, please let me know what your scent of the day is. Carolyn, go get your tanning oil, get yourself all oiled up, and send us photos, please. So this does have like a
I'm gonna listen to you, but I might blink out for a second because I'm gonna go to the interweb.
okay. So this one does feel like it has a orchid vibe to me, a little watery, maybe or lotus or peony, but definitely like blonde woods, white woods, creamy wood, sandalwood, and like coconut, canning oil vibe.
Yeah, so I was looking at the color of the box and the name, and then for some reason the name I thought maybe seemed a little Hawaiian, so that's what I went to go look up, and it is in Kahana is a place in Hawaii.
Okay.
Because it has like that very like beachy, tranquil waters, sunning yourself, tanning oil
Yeah.
kind of vibe, so it all kind of goes. The
What are the
notes are
notes on it?
hibiscus, pink pepper, coconut water, white orchid, santal, and blonde woods. Oh, so you got blonde woods, santal. So that's where you're getting the woodiness.
It is
And the
very
coconut,
woody. Like there is that base of woods, but it feels like it helps the other notes to kind of jump off of it. But then it comes back to it is a woody scent.
so I feel like the
Good to see you, world. Thomas is wearing Camel from Zoologist, and Jason is wearing Zulbia and Bamier by Arshan Persia. Pre-order is ending soon, so if you want that good price, go to
hey, can
arshanpersia.com.
you
And
pin that?
World
Because I can't
is
pin that.
yeah. And World is wearing Vissois from Studio Scent. Oh, Vissois is so good. I love Cardoon Gray and also Bayadere. Bayadere.
I
Candace,
feel like the
this
coconut
is
water
good.
is what's given the sun oil,
Yeah.
the tanning oil vibes.
But also
And I'm not like
maybe
a
even kind of that waxiness too. Again, there is kind of a
yeah,
waxy, slick oil vibe to this.
like the whole thing gives like on the beach in your bathing suit, wearing tanning oil, surfboard, wax surfboard next to you, waves coming in. Like it really
Yeah,
kind of gives
brah.
you that feel. Um, I think that it is okay.
Just
But
waxing
the
my
beach is
board, brah.
like my top five least favorite things. Four of them involve the beach. It's the ocean, sun, sand, and boats. So, like, this is not my vibe. I think that it is nice. I wouldn't wear it. Like if we were hanging out and you were wearing it, I'd be like, "Oh, you smell really nice," but I wouldn't be like, "Please have that on you." I need to spray it all over myself now. You know what I mean? Like, it smells
True.
good, and I would enjoy being in the vicinity of it. I wouldn't want to wear it. I think I just the beachy vibe. That's just not a thing for me. I don't like it personally.
Not for
So,
you. I'm
mm.
trying to find my studio scent discovery kit. I had a studio scent because I wanted to show everyone, but I don't know where it's at right now.
I
But
just
yes,
realized I haven't put it on my skin yet, so maybe my opinion will change.
Yes, put it on skin. It is criminal that more people don't talk about Candace's work because Candace does amazing things. If y'all don't know, go check out Studio Scent SF.
I'll check
Candace does some
that
really,
out.
really, really great stuff. Great
Okay,
stuff.
I like it better on skin. It loses that tanning oil vibe on skin. It's um a little more tropical oasis by a like a lagoon
Oh,
vibes on your skin. It's more you know
I'm
being
smelling more
in
of the pink pepper.
yeah it's more like rather than on the paper it's at the beach with your board in your bathing suit in tanning oil. On your skin it's like in just like out in nature sitting by a lagoon as the water's just like really calm and you're just enjoying the piece. And you got like a light floral. It loses a lot of that waxiness. It loses that tanning oil scent,
It's a lot more floral on the skin. Smell
but in
good.
a good
Welcome
way, like
in.
in a light way. Okay, so I take back my previous statement. I would wear the shit out of this
Hello, Vendata.
on the skin.
Welcome in.
I would wear this on the skin. If on
Please let me know your scent
clothing,
of the day, please.
if on clothing it's anything on like paper, I wouldn't wear it on my clothing, but I'd wear it on skin. I'd wear it on the pulse points.
Okay, I like this. Again, I'm still getting that like watery floral vibe from it. Definitely the woods,
Yeah,
but I agree
but
with you.
on the skin it's more like by a tropical lagoon and there's hibiscus blooming and leaves and it's just a quiet tranquil.
These are the
Yeah.
colors that I am seeing for Kahana.
Oh, that's pretty.
So this is your first time here. I do sniff colors in my mind. And so this is just a way to represent like what I'm kind of seeing in my mind, the vibe, the feel. The colors don't necessarily even have to represent or mean anything or correlate with the notes or anything in there. It's just what my mind is showing
um
me.
and for the nerds in the room, what's that called again? Synesthesia? I don't know, I can't pronounce it.
Synesthesia.
Synesthesia.
You know
So
what?
that's what it's called when you can smell colors. Synesthesia.
This is giving me a Mugler alien goddess vibe. Have you ever smelled that fragrance?
Nah.
It's definitely giving me the alien goddess vibe, except for with goddess, I believe there's tons of jasmine, and this is way more delicate than that. It's watery, floral, orchidy.
Is there anyone watching right now who did not watch yesterday?
Absolutely, world. When I smell that cardoon gray, there's tons of silvers, smoky grays, ashy colors. That's exactly what I see in my mind. Samuel, welcome in. How are you doing? We are smelling fragrances from Define Me. Yeah, there was a couple people in here that was not here yesterday.
Okay, so let me do this really quick because that'll make more sense. I have to flip everything back. So this is the kit. This is the packaging. It's got 7 fragrances. It's got beautiful packaging. Everything is clearly labeled. Beautiful colors. Each box has the name of the fragrance. It has a little tidbit about it. And then it has the notes on it. And you can see with Ray's holding up the bottle, it's printed on the bottle, so the label's not going to fall off. If you find one that you don't particularly enjoy, but you think your friend will, you can send it to them like this, and they won't have to look up all the notes and stuff, which can sometimes be obnoxious, and then you forget to do it.
Really
The
smart and
packaging
gift friendly.
is beautiful. This kit has 7 2 ml fragrances. The atomizer on the sample tubes it's a really good atomizer. This is the Butterfly Series by DefineMe. And it says, elevate your senses and empower your spirit with our Butterfly series of perfumes, where each of our 7 signature scents serves as a transformative journey, inspiring and encouraging you to embrace your best self. Crafted with the finest ingredients and without harmful chemicals like phthalates, BHT, and dyes, our perfumes are vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and infused with coconut oil for enduring fragrance on the skin. Our California manufactured collection is committed to sustainability and is proudly female founded. And also this kit, what did we say, $28?
$28. So affordable. And thank
Yes,
you for
very
mentioning that.
affordable.
One thing that you mentioned there is, again, they mentioned it there, but I don't know if it is a difference. I did feel yesterday that these fragrances, when I sprayed them on skin, they were moisturizing. They felt
Yeah,
nice. They did actually have a
yeah,
different feeling than just a spray. There was something a little bit different about it.
yeah. And
Um,
like, even though there is alcohol in it, what I did notice yesterday, and we didn't even talk about it, was um, a lot, perfumes, when you do the first spray, like if you try and smell it right away, you get that hit of alcohol because it hasn't dried off yet. I didn't feel that with these. And
so now
alcohol
here you're told.
is the number one ingredient. So it's not like there's so little alcohol in here. That's why, like all perfumes, alcohol is the number one ingredient. This just, however they develop this, you don't get that punch in the face of alcohol if you
You're
forget to give it a
so right
second.
about that. Now that you just mentioned that, I didn't experience that with any of the fragrances yesterday either.
And even if
World,
you're like rubbing, like feeling where you sprayed it, like it feels supple. Like it doesn't feel dry and out, or it doesn't feel
that's what I was
like I
meaning.
don't,
It did feel a little bit different than, yeah, I
yeah.
totally agree with that. Really quick, World, I do have to let you know, these are the colors that I see for like Cardoon Gray when I smell it. I love it. These are like what I get from Cardoon Gray. So these are the ones that I see in my mind for that one. So yeah, if I liked Delphine, again, I feel like this one is like a different version of Delphine, a lighter, more youthful take on Delphine. And this one is part of the Crystal series as well. And what I believe Kahana is aquamarine. So I think that matches very, very well.
Yeah.
Hello, Lofty. How are you doing? Okay, perfect. Well, let's get into the next one. The next one that I have in my stack here is Audrey. Let's go with Audrey.
Ooh, who wanted to
I
see Audrey
love this
yesterday?
color.
It's pretty. Audrey is an enchanting olfactory journey that embodies the essence of self-love and well-being.
So as you're hearing these descriptions, shout out in the comments, what does that make you feel? When I hear notes, I already get things in my mind and biases of what I think it should smell like. So what does self-love smell like to you? Let me know.
Um, Ray, being the ability, like smelling colors. That you said that's synesthesia.
Yes, synesthesia.
Synesthesia. So there you go, world. Oh, okay, Audrey. Audrey did not come to play today. Oh,
Oh, this is really bright. There's definitely rose in here.
there's something a little sweet, maybe juicy.
I was going to say a little fruity. Yep.
There's definitely something floral. I don't know about rose because I don't hate it. You know how I feel about rose, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, because you're
This
going to have to spray it on the
one's
skin as well.
this one's nice. I'm gonna do that right now. I sprayed it on my Logan tattoo. I need to
All
get
right,
that
let's
touched up. I got it in
spray some
'08 when this kid was
Audrey.
like 1. Oh, it's definitely a lot more floral on the skin.
Oh,
Okay.
way more floral.
On paper, Audrey is my bestie. IRL, we're acquaintances at best.
Let me put it in here.
It's nice. It's well balanced. But I'm not a huge floral fan, and this just tilts a little bit too floral
It
for
is way
me for it
floral,
to
yeah.
be something that I would enjoy.
So I'm kind of getting the um feeling of that watery flower a bit mixed with rose and then like
It's
cedar.
it's definitely more rose on the skin, and you know how I feel about rose. This is not one of the 3 rose fragrances
Alicia,
I like.
I think you'll like this one, Alicia, because you're a rose girly.
So the notes are lychee, peony, pink rose. There you go, buddy. Jasmine, magnolia, atlas cedar, and sandalwood.
God dang it. Okay, so I sometimes I'm just so amazed with myself. Um, I was gonna say
I'm
that
always
this.
amazed by you.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm also just really narcissistic. But I was gonna say that this one reminded me of Mugler Angel Nova. This also has rose, cedar, lychee. This is, yep, this is reminding me of Angel Nova. Yep. So if you like Angel Nova from Mugler, I think you should smell Audrey because she is that same type of vibe.
Yeah, this is definitely
Oh,
too floral for me. It is nice. It is well balanced. You get a little woody in there. It's too floral for me, and it has the rose component, which we all know that I don't like. But like unlike Delphine, which had that gardenia, like I don't feel like I need to go hurry up and wash this off because I just don't like it. It's not gonna like make me not feel good, which is unfortunate because on paper, this Audrey was my bestie, and then we met in person, and I hate her.
so the colors I'm seeing for this one are very interesting in my mind. This is what I'm seeing for Audrey.
Oh, that might be my favorite palette so far.
There's not a leather component in this fragrance, but I feel like this girl is one who wears a leather jacket. Like that girl who has that vibe, kind of the badass chick. Like I feel like she's wearing a leather jacket and then getting on a motorcycle. Like she's that type of
So
girl.
it might be the color of the box, but when you started talking about what girl Audrey is, like my head
Uh-huh.
immediately went to early aughts Britney Spears in the pink PVC, the hot pink PVC tube top. You
Oh
know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
absolutely. I
And then
could
you were
feel
like
that, yeah.
leather jacket, and then my brain puts a leather jacket over that fit, and I'm like, oh, that's Audrey.
See, I wish I could plug into your brain right now. I want to download that image. Yeah, if you
Someone
like Angel Nova,
Someone
you will like
find that
this
picture
one.
of early aughts Britney and Photoshop a leather jacket over her outfit and open obviously because you still have to be able to see the pink top and then send it to the
And
right place. It's a big
and
deal.
Kim's face on it as well.
Absolutely not. I will sue you for defamation.
Okay, so this one has lychee, peony, pink rose, jasmine, magnolia, atlas cedar, and sandalwood. I like this one.
Can't do it.
It's the rose though. There definitely is rose in here. And
Yeah,
again, in my mind, it's not a yellow or red rose. It literally, like it says in there, pink rose. It is
yeah.
a pink, like yeah, pink rose. Absolutely.
See, in my head, the rose is that bottom pink, like a light. Oh, like
Oh,
my
this
shirt.
like this
Yeah,
one?
like that's the visual that I see when you. And I know that roses come in like a variety of colors, but when someone says pink rose, I think pale pink
See,
rose.
this is why Jamie actually is my like she's one of my best friends in real life. She just said the movie it's giving me the movie Grease vibes. That's exactly what I was
Yes,
talking about. It's
yes,
a pink
ma'am.
lady. No, she is a pink lady. Jamie just pulled that right out. You knew exactly what I was talking about. I was saying it without saying it. Yes. This is giving me a pink lady. This is Sandy as she throws the cigarette down and puts her, stiletto on top of it. Like it's that. Because again, she was delicate. She didn't know what to do. And they're like, no, throw the cigarette out. Like, that's what it is. I love it. Ooh, I
Yeah,
like Audrey a lot. If you like that Mugler Angel Nova vibe, this is definitely a fresh fruity with that lychee. And then it's just rose right after that.
yeah.
Mm,
If you're not into rose fragrances, I would pass on this. It is pretty rose heavy.
it is, yeah, pretty rose heavy.
Like on skin from paper, like it loses that bright sweetness, that bright juicy sweetness. So
It is
I
interesting
will
though.
say,
This is
like,
just kind of like blocky that we experienced, where you spray something on the paper and it was one thing, and then you spray it on the skin and it's like,
a
oh, who's
completely,
she? Like it turns
yeah,
totally.
completely different.
Yeah,
Which is generally not the case. Usually, they're pretty similar. There's usually just slight tweaks because of the pH of your skin. These and some of these, like with Audrey specifically, it's like two completely different fragrances.
yeah, I
I
agree
will say
with
if you go
you.
back to
Even
Kahana,
Kahana.
Kahana's settling into that tanning oil vibe again.
I was gonna say even with Kahana a bit, yeah, and I think that
It's
just
losing
goes to like
it's
their
losing the
blends too.
floral. Yeah, it's losing the heavier floral element, like the floral element has lightened, and it's that sun tanning oil aspect is coming through stronger.
And again, looking on their website, this whole discovery set is only $28. So it's a really great value, I think. Their travel sizes are $28. And then their big ones, let me pull it up here really quick. I believe are 80, you were saying? Or was that just La La Woo?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the price of all of them, but the 50 ml of La La Woo is 80.
Oh, Kahana comes in a different series in a different bottle. So that one's $55 for 30 mils. And Kahana is currently sold out online. Interesting. Okay.
Because people are getting ready for their hot girl summers.
That's right. So let's go into the next one, which kind of matches my shirt here a little bit.
The
This
last one,
is
Clara.
Clara.
Clara is a poetic ode to gratitude and grace, a fragrance that awakens and embraces your inner spirit. I love the geometric butterfly so much on these.
I, I do
And
too. And the gold
I love that
foiling, like,
it's on the main box where it's colored with the colors for the line. I love that they use it on these little boxes and then they also put it on the bottle as well. It's just nice to
Clara.
have that one continuous thing, you know.
I was just talking to a girl earlier on a TikTok live about Lily fragrances. This is Clara. This is Lily. This is Lily, Lily, Lily. Do you smell her?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to definitely put it on skin because I have a very neutral feeling about it on paper.
Neutral.
I
Okay.
don't I don't love it. I don't hate it. It just exists, if that
It's
makes sense.
just
So
there.
let's see what happens on the skin.
So I feel like this is candied violets with a little bit of like wet, dank lily. There is a crystalline feeling that I'm seeing in my mind, almost like if you zoomed into a sugar crystal. I don't know why I'm seeing that in my mind, but like that crystalline structure, I'm seeing that. And when I usually see that, I usually associate that with oak moss, and I have no
It's
idea why.
it definitely is giving like a on skin a little bit dirty mossy
Yeah,
as the
like
prom
lichen,
as the
close to the
prominent
ground.
like dirty mossy.
You know how moss grows really like close to stuff, like to the tree itself, like lichen, or
Yeah.
to the soil. It feels like there's a closeness like that. There's a
And
grittiness to this one.
there's something the floral's
Oris?
definitely light. It's a little light on the skin. There's something where like the tail end of it is just like this quick like snap of sweet that goes away real fast. And
I, I think this is lily and violets with like maybe patchouli. Patchouli
you
can
get
sometimes give
like
that.
a little bit of like a talc, like a dirty mossy, talky, powdery floral. I did the thing
Yeah.
that you said during Blocky, like where you exhale on it first and then inhale, and that's when I smelled it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like warming it up and then breathing it in. Get a
Oh,
little
kind
bit
of
of
like a baby
a,
powder kind of.
yeah, like
Yeah,
a,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
which I don't think they use talcum powder anymore, but you know what I mean? Like,
No, and that's funny because I did say just like 3 seconds ago Oris. So maybe there's like an Oris in here that's adding kind of that
let's see.
smoothness, that powderiness from
Blue
Iris.
violet lily, which you definitely called hibiscus, lilac powder,
I
king of
bet
the
it's
world,
Iris.
and oak moss.
I bet it's Iris. I bet there's a tinge of Iris or Oris in here because
Yeah.
it definitely is giving that feeling.
Well, it just says powder. Like,
Powder.
what is powder?
Right, exactly. That can be so um or interpreted in so many different ways. This one is very interesting. I'm getting a lot of blues and like purples.
Jamie pictures a redheaded girl walking through a mossy damp forest with a green velvet hooded cape.
These are the
Oh,
colors that I am
oh, that's
seeing
pretty.
for Clara.
I would say that this is the dirtiest of them
I
because
agree.
it has that earthy, mossy um, component to it, and then
But
it
the
has this like powder, this I don't know, like powdery vibe, and then a floral that kind of swoops in there and pulls through at the end.
there is a powderiness here. For me, I'm mainly smelling like the wet florals from the lily and the violet, and then I'm getting that dirty lichen on the tree oak moss, like that type
Like
of feeling. This
when
is
I smell it, like if you, for me, if you're looking at the scent as like something linear, as I'm inhaling, it goes dirty, earthy, mossy, powdery, floral. Like that's what I'm getting. Like from the inhale, it starts with that dirty, mossy, and then I smell the powder, and then I smell the floral at the tail end. Which is
Mm.
interesting because it sounds like the way that we're scenting it are completely opposite directions.
Jamie, that's interesting because I don't think any of these go or associate with a specific note, but I definitely get purple from violet, and I feel like I'm getting this grayish blue color from the lily, which is interesting. But I don't think they correlate with any specific note in my mind in that way. I do know that that silver or gray is always usually associated with vetiver, which is kind of interesting. But if I pull a gray color, it doesn't necessarily mean vetiver's in there either. I don't know. It's all in my mind. It's really weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's super interesting
yeah,
considering how bright green is how bright green vetiver is, and you see it
yeah.
as like a
I
silvery
see it as a
gray.
gray. So I would say ever since I started like getting into my synesthesia and like trying to understand it, I would say 9 out of 10 times when I smell something and I see gray, I'm like, there's got to be vetiver here, and vetiver's in there, even if it's not the prominent note.
Yeah,
My mind just almost seems like, oh, snapshot, you know that one.
yeah.
It's vetiver, Raymond. So, but
So
yeah,
this one
beautiful
is nice.
colors.
It's a earthy floral with like some powdery, like a which I think like the powdery kind of gives almost like a vintage or vintage adjacent vibe for me. Like in a perfume, when something's a little powdery, it feels a little more. So this is almost feels like a modern twist on vintage,
Oh,
like
okay.
an
Yeah.
like a earthy floral modern twist on vintage. Um,
Jamie,
no,
I
this
love
one's
that
this
you're
one's not
always
bad.
curious, and thank you for asking. I actually have recently been going through and trying to write down the colors and the notes so I can associate that more in my mind because I think my mind's trying to tell me the answer before I can actually interpret it. You know what I mean? One thing I want to say about Claire really quick. I do play a lot of Pathfinder, D&D, Aberrant, Vampire. So I play a lot of those role-playing games where I'm thinking stuff up in my mind. And for Clara, what I am feeling is that I feel that this is the dust that would be produced when a fairy would be flying off. Like this is the fairy dust that is left over after a fairy's flown away from their fairy environment.
Remind
That's the vibe
me
I'm
to
getting.
to talk to you offline about when I used to play D&D with Logan and my mongoose. I had the best mongoose in that game.
Oh my gosh, Mongoose would be so great because it can get into so many different like situations and they don't give a shit about anything. Ooh, I would love that. I've never played a
He was
Mongoose
like
before.
he was like my little shoulder pet, but he could grow really big and had a saddle and I could ride him. That was what I decided, and the rule said that that was okay.
See, that's
So
cool when you can ride an
then I had to
animal that
shape.
way. My husband was a very small creature and he rode a bee, but he made a harness that he rode like underneath the bee and he could like maneuver the bee in like really cool like ways. I like when you can think of like animals in that way, how you can utilize
Well,
them
so
as
he
mounts.
made he made my character like the village idiot. So I everything that I tried to do was like the dumbest thing that I could think of. And a size changing mongoose seemed like real dumb, and he allowed it.
And,
So
and it
and
probably worked out
that's
really
what
well, didn't
happens when
it?
you play D&D with a fifth grader. Get away with some
Jamie.
shit.
That's a great question, Jamie. So Jamie asked, are they floating colors, auras, linear, sparks, variable? It is variable. And sometimes it actually changes in my mind at that time. So for Clara specifically, I saw like a semblance of these colors in a grid like this. And then after a while, it turned into watercolors. So it turned as if this were like actual pigment, and then you dropped water and then they started swirling into each other. A lot of the times when I see things, they're either what I would say as auras. So like an aura of a color where it's almost like a gradient, and or watercolors. A lot of the times my mind sees watercolors. It'll see an image and then it almost like you drop the ink and it creates these watercolors, and then the other colors could be mixing with it and creating even new ones as well. That's why I feel like I need to get more color pencils because I don't have here the ability to show you all of the colors like I'm even seeing. I did go and get some like swatches and stuff as well to like try to find colors. It is interesting what my mind goes through here. And thank you for asking
But
about it.
that like that swatchy do situation would be very difficult for you to dig through to find the colors
I,
as easily as
I'm
the
like, hold
pencils.
on 1
It's not
minute, let
a
me find the color. Yeah, the
it's
color
not
pencils
the
have really helped.
it's not the same kind of visual.
Okay. Well, we have smelt three of the fragrances here tonight. We got Kahana, then we
All
had
right,
Audrey, and we have uh, Clara. So let's go
Clara
back to
to
Kahana.
Kahana. It definitely like went back to the beach. Like
Yep.
when you on skin when you first put it on, you were at a lagoon, hibiscus flowers, still blue water, and then as the fragrance transformed, it's like you're walking a path out of the like forest, the the forest to the beach, and now we're at the point where you're hanging out at the beach.
I was gonna say it got a lot sandier, a lot grittier, right? Like I almost feel I feel like my toes
Yeah,
are like in the sand now.
it
Whereas before it was
definitely
like maybe you're by the water. Now we're like at the beach, just like you said.
it got that tanning oil smell back.
Yeah. Jamie, I think that's an interesting thing that you just said. Colors are extremely volatile. I think and this is where I'm going. I think my colors are associated with the volatility of the note. So if there's sometimes in my mind when it's like really bright citruses that go away really quick, it's kind of like sparks, big, just like boom, boom, boom. So I think my mind is correlating the colors with the volatility of the note. I wonder if that's where it's going.
You should grab a 256 box of crayons.
That'd
That'll
be
give you the
a good
widest
idea
variety of
too.
options.
Yeah.
Widest
Oh,
variety of options and allow you to grab them as easily as you do the colored pencils.
Audrey's my girl. Audrey is my girl. These are the colors that I'm seeing for Audrey. If you like Angel Nova, this is definitely it. The lychee, this is lychee and rose, and that's it. Lychee and
Yeah,
rose.
this is very rose heavy. If you're a rose person, like you're very much gonna enjoy this. If you're like me and you are not a rose person, just block Audrey so she can't text you no more.
If you do like rose though, a soft pink, even maybe even like a damask rose, this is the
Mm-mm.
girl right here. Oh, I like that one.
Pass.
Oh, and Clara, she changing a little bit now.
She's getting waxy, like a powdery waxy.
I would say more of the powder for me is kicking up and more of the dirtiness. You're totally right. This is the
Yeah,
most dirty of the bunch. I know Alicia is in here. Again, smelling all of these, the most dark of the bunch, and it's not that dark. It's still Peyton.
it's pink. Which
Clara,
actually, like 24 hours later, Peyton's it's clovier, it's darker.
yeah. And I know you were asking yesterday, Alicia, about which one is the most darkest. It would be Peyton. And Peyton's not that dark. All of these
No,
are pretty uplifting,
yeah.
and don't have that depth. But Peyton is the one that has the
Yeah.
most depth.
And then Clara would be the earthiest, the dirtiest. But,
Yeah.
well, their whole line is, crystals and light and love and good energy and positivity. So it does make sense that none of these are, dark, dirty, wandering through a forest at night, being chased by shadows in your little Red Riding Hood,
Yeah, this
cape
is more being in the
situation. So
forest playing with the fairies and woodland
yeah,
creatures and like your bird comes and
yeah,
sits on your finger like that. Yeah, that type
yeah.
of thing.
Snow White and fairy circles and, green gardens, bright light crystals.
Alicia, I have some fragrances to send out to you anyway, so I will make sure to send Peyton to you because I think you would most associate yourself with Peyton, kind of knowing your vibe and stuff like that. Also, I think I will send in Audrey too because I know you like Rose Girl and I like Audrey. Audrey's nice. Again, I felt at the very beginning without saying it, and I had to go back to it. It literally smells to me like Mugler, Alien, or Angel Nova,
Um,
um, without the
if
patchouli.
if you don't mind giving it up, I'd send her Clara too because it is dirty. And some people on their preference they associate dirty with dark. So people who like
Yeah,
dark fragrance also like dirty. So she might also like
Alicia,
Clara
I
as
love
well.
you so much. Alicia says, I like gemstones, never got into crystals. And of course, I love diamonds. So do I, darling. Hello, mother. Welcome in. How are you doing?
The three of us need to have a discussion about why diamonds are very bad and how the Kimberly process is absolute bullshit and it's very easy to get around and also people die.
Oh, they
So
have those
including
lab diamonds though and stuff like that now. Those lab grown that are so you can get moissanite that registers as a diamond on the reader, but looks exactly like it. Like, girl, I've been so into mois. Is that moissanite?
mm-hmm. This
Moissanite.
is
I've.
two
Mhm.
carat 2 carat moissanite that cost us $600.
I have been so into moissanite recently. It looks. I mean, the clarity. It's beautiful.
And
And
it's got
it
a better
registers as a
shine.
diamond. It registers as a diamond on the meter. So.
Well,
Hey,
unless
hey.
yeah, unless they have an updated meter, which most places have the updated meter now. But like, um, I just enjoy that nobody died digging this out of the ground.
So, I'm sure no one died making these fragrances from Define Me. Out of the three we smelled today, what would your rank be of these three?
Of these three, I would say Clara, then Kahana, and then like somewhere down here would be Audrey.
So mine is going to be Audrey, Clara, and Kahana. See, that's
Now,
why I love these multiple perspectives because fragrance is so unique to all of us, an
yeah.
individual.
Right. And the fact that we do this often, the people who do come and watch, they kind of learn like what we do and don't like,
Yeah.
so they can take our opinions based on it. Like everyone who has watched at least one of these knows how much I hate rose fragrances. So if they're not a rose fragrance person, like they'll hear me talk about Audrey and they're like, "Well, I'm gonna stay away from that biatch."
Yeah, fragrance
Kind
is
of
so
thing.
subjective. But
Yeah.
now let's go ahead and rank out of the whole
Whole
butterfly
thing.
series. Give me your ranking.
Number one, La La Woo.
Okay.
Okay, it's a hill I will die on. Number two, Peyton. Then I would say Clara. Then Sophia Isabel, even though the lasting power was not very good, I don't think it lasted for more than 2 hours. I do believe that this had the better scent. I'm going to do it this way here. And then Kahana, because I don't super like the beach vibes. And then tied for last would be Delphine and Audrey. Audrey because I don't like rose fragrances, and
I love
Delphine
you.
because so Delphine, my problem with Delphine is the gardenia. The scent of gardenia gives me a headache. It turns my stomach. It makes me sick.
Yeah, I understand that.
And that's the only reason. Based on the notes, the lilac, everything else, lilac, ylang ylang, freesia, coconut, and rosewood, I would have loved this if it wasn't for the gardenia. So if we're going like that, I rearrange my box. This would be my final ranking.
Okay, so Lalawu, Peyton, Clara, Sophia, Isabel, Kahana, Delphine, and Audrey. Mine
Okay,
is...
you notice how I put the rose fragrance underneath the one that makes me sick? That's how much I don't like rose fragrances. I think it's important for people to know that.
And here's mine. Delphine, Audrey, my ear fell out, Peyton, Lalawu, Clara, Kahana, and Sophia Isabel.
I'm really sad that Sophia Isabel didn't have the lasting power because I did enjoy that.
Hold yours up. We need to get because this is going to be good for us to, yeah, there we go. I need to be able to thumbnail this and all that shit. There you go. Look at the difference though. And that's exactly why I love these scented pages, because it's just not my point of view and one person being like, this is what I feel. This is two people, multiple perspectives, different rankings, but all valid and true.
Which is, and this works, and especially in this situation where we're saying how we feel and what we think and why we disagree with the other person, and then the people who are watching can ask questions live. It's just like when you see a fragrance, and it's like one you maybe can't buy in store because it's not around you. So what do? You go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to Facebook, and you look up reviews, and so you get opinions from many, many people before you make your decision. So this is, the same thing. And as people hear what you have to say about certain fragrances, and what I have to say about certain fragrances, they learn how we interpret and what we like about fragrances. So like anyone who really likes pistachio the way that I like pistachio, and then they hear me talking about Lalawu, they're probably going to feel that Lalawu is a safe blind buy for them.
That's
Whereas if they're like, this girl really likes pistachio, but she ranked Lalawu as last, they probably then, wouldn't buy it because, they know how I feel about it, kind of thing. So this is good because, it lets other people, they learn about us, and they learn about how we interpret things and our preferences, and then that allows them to, use that information to make decisions.
But that's what I mean. Most of the times you have to go and research multiple different points of views of different like content creators or people that you like. At least we're getting two perspectives in one video here, which I love. And so if any of you would like to join me on a future Sunday Pages, this doesn't end with Define Me. Darlings, I've got so much here. I've got Anaxis, True Dawn, Essential, Eris Parfum. I've got Diptyque, Algabra, Christian
Mason
Louboutin,
Dietto.
Mason Dietto, which is going to be coming up with him and I next.
Can you please get commodity so we could do commodity? I've been waiting for you to pick up commodity so I could smell this shit. Also, in addition to Delphine, do you want me to also send you Audrey?
If you don't like those, send them to me. Yeah, that way I have a backup
rose
and I'll
fragrance,
send the other ones over to Alicia. So yes,
it's a rose fragrance. Of course I don't like it.
Let's keep it going. So yeah, that's my main thing. I think these scented pages is something that I want to grow with others. I've got a Discord, so if you want to join, send me a DM, find me. You can be on here and find out what fragrances I have. You can tell me what fragrances you want me to buy, and we will come and smell them together.
Send Lalawu to Alicia too, because I'm sending you a 10 mil.
Perfect. Darling,
send almost every. Apparently,
get this whole. You're gonna get this
send everything but send everything but Clara. Oh wait, no, we're gonna send everything but Sophia Isabel.
Which is a great segue too, because I'm going to collaborate with Alicia here pretty soon. Alicia, you and I have some fragrances to still finish that you've sent me. I will send some to you. We will do this thing and keep the Fragcomm going. Kim, I always love and appreciate you so much. I
Well, who
appreciate you
else is
being
gonna
here.
bring up a size-changing mongoose in the middle of a fragrance talk?
Only
Just me.
you, and that's
Just
why I
me.
love you. Everyone, thank you so much for being here today. Again, we went through Define Me. We smelled 3 fragrances here today, but we have the other 4 on another live. Go search that out. Go buy the discovery set. It's only 28 damn dollars.
I
I
mean,
think it's a great discovery set.
such a good deal. Also, seriously, it's been 25 hours. I could still smell Peyton on my arm. It's been 25 hours.
There you go. If you want
So
any of this talk to continue, go on my Discord. Go find me, get the link. I will invite you. We will continue this talk. We talk 24 hours a day in that Discord about fragrance all the damn
I'm
time. And I would love
I'm
for you to
one
be there as
thousand
well.
percent, 1,000% gonna buy a full bottle of Peyton.
I there for me so far, I think Peyton is going to be one that I'm going to buy, even though I ranked it like lower on the thing, but Audrey is gonna come home with me. Audrey, babe.
Well, you
But
and Audrey enjoy yourself, but keep that beach away from me. But I mean, how many fragrances, honestly, how many fragrances have a 25-hour lasting time on your skin and it still smells good? It has obviously changed, but it has
right,
shifted in such a good
it's
way.
gotten
It is a little, it
deeper and
is,
darker.
it's gotten deeper and darker, but it is still, light and love. And it smells so good. And also, I already have a full bottle of Lalawoo, which is the only reason I didn't say I'm getting a full bottle. I already have one because it was limited edition, and I FOMO blind bought that bish.
So Jason,
Regret nothing.
before we leave, Jason has a question. Which Define Me fragrance would Kim most likely name one of her horses at her Texas ranch? For me, it would be Audrey. It would be Audrey. Kim, would you like to chime in?
Jason, I am afraid of horses.
Okay, so Peyton, she's saying Peyton. Her horse would be Peyton.
No, I will never own a horse. Horses terrify me. They're big and they bite and they kick. I have a friend who's horses her whole life, and she's been severely injured by creatures that she has raised from birth.
So let's
So,
mix these
as
all up. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to worry about my health and safety and just not go anywhere. And stop acting like I'm a cowboy just because I live in Texas. I haven't even lived in Texas longer than anywhere else.
I have never done this
I don't
before,
want to
but
say. I don't want to say where I
I need
lived the
to
longest.
change my ear tips. These things keep popping out. So I've never done this before, but here are all the colors that I smelled tonight in all of the fragrances. What a
That's
selection,
a
right?
very interesting
Very
world.
interesting.
If you have any discovery sets, Ray will go live with anyone to do the same thing. Um, just
I
saying.
World, no. Perfect. I will send you a message, World. I have a discovery set of Studio Scent. So let's switch that no one talking about Candace and let's start talking about Candace. I'll send you a message. I've got a discovery set. Let's make that happen. John, thank you for being here, but we're leaving. I appreciate you. Kim, I love you so much. See you in the
Love you too,
Discord.
buddy.
I'll see
All
you in the
right.
next
Bye,
100
guys.
pages. Bye.